we're seeing exceptional performance from 8 Nigerian stocks that have achieved triple-digit year-to-date gains amid market volatility. Can you guess which of those stocks they are? Well, I'll tell you more about this right about now. So we're spotlighting two the top performing stocks on the NGX. They have soared triple digits year to date as of the end of August 2024. The NGX All-Share Index, just for some more insight, closed at 96,579.54 points in August, and that's August 30th, 2024, the final trading day of the year. Well, it reflected a year-to-date gain of 29.16% and a market capitalization of 55.49 trillion naira. Although the index growth has slowed from 39.84% at the end of Q1 2024 to 29.16% by August, it still remained positive. We know that these eight stocks, despite broader market fluctuations and cooling trends from the earlier highs, have somehow garnered significant interest. So we have Frank, of course. He's going to be with me to run down these 8 top performing stocks on the NGX year to date ending 30th of August 2024. Take it away.
So if you look at BUA Foods, 104% year to date, and if you look at BUA Foods has had a standout performance in the market. And if you look at what is happening in the consumer goods sector, because a lot of Nigerians, you see what is happening with food inflation. Obviously, the rise in some of all these items is making these particular stocks perform exceptionally well. Year-to-date gain of 104%, which places it 8th on the Nigerian Exchange, taking the stocks to a 52-year high of 394 naira, up from 193 naira at the beginning of the year. BUA Foods' robust earnings growth appears to support its rally. A stock there could catch your interest if your risk appetite is quite low, and it tells us what is really happening in the market.
Yes, indeed. Of course, if your risk appetite is low, like you said, right, you're not one for risk, that's probably a stock that would help you. Geregu Power as well is in at number 7. It gained 150.63% year to date. We know that Geregu Power stock, has seen those significant gain and increase. It's a high valuation. It has a high valuation, especially if you're looking for a stock, a high valuation if you're looking for a stock with growth and stability. And in at number 6 as well is a stock with strong profitability and attractive valuation to support its share price rally. We're talking Presco, which has achieved 151.50% year to date, becoming the top performer in the agriculture sector. The company's net income grew 18% to 38.877 billion naira in the first half of 2024. That has surpassed the entire 2023 figure, so you can imagine that. Price to earnings ratio sits at 8.75, dividend yields out of 5.42%. Who is going to say no to dividend paying stocks? Of course, definitely not me, and I guess not you.
Obviously, a lot of them making a truckload of money from dividends, especially investors. And look at what Veritas is doing, 272% year to date, and these three digits rise in their gains tells us what is really happening in the market. A lot of these guys are making investors proud. But the amazing thing, if you look at what is happening, it's a little bit beyond the interest rate. So there is no way you invest and you're making this return in a year to date, from year to date, that you're not going to be excited about this performance.
Indeed. At number 4, we have RT Briscoe. Its share price increased by 429.83%. It started off the year at 61 kobo. There are questions, however, around the negative valuation ratio and potential liquidity issues. Of course, yesterday, today in the red, today down 10%. So will this rally be sustained, or will we see it sink by the end of the year out of the 3-digit percentage growth year to date? Let's come to Julius Berger.
Yeah, Julius Berger did over 313% year to date. Started at 43 naira per unit share, now 170 naira per unit share. The stock's rally is supported by solid financial fundamentals. Look at the fundamentals, solid financial fundamentals. However, the stocks with such high valuations warrant careful monitoring, because you need to monitor it because the valuations are quite high. And of course, Oando up 657. There've been a lot of buzz around the oil sector, back and forth, Oando, Malta. So you know how the market reacts to such statement. 657% year to date as of the end of August 2024. This makes it the second on the NGX. In just 4 weeks, the stocks has also soared by an impressive 204% off the back of acquisition. And we look at acquisition really playing out on their performance, and it tells us what is really happening.
But then, you know, there was a conversation we had yesterday with the MD, CEO of Optimus by AfriInvest, and he highlighted the fact that there are no strong enough fundamentals, right, aside from obviously the news. But if you look at Oando's earnings, if you look at, and they haven't come out with their latest earnings yet, we're expecting that by the end of the month. So, I mean, looking at their latest acquisition as well, there are conversations that a lot of them are onshore. So there are a lot of risks around that. Will that rub off on their financials at the end of the year? So much conversations. Will Oando's rally be sustained? That's another question and conversation we'll have ahead, perhaps. And at number 1, gaining a whopping 1,646% is penny stock Juli Pharmaceuticals Plc. It's been driven by a significant turnaround with a profit. But we really haven't heard from the stock of late. So, I mean, there are questions around that. Of late, the rally around Juli Pharmaceuticals hasn't been there. There are questions around, you know, its liquidity, right? Whether or not, you know, if you buy into it, you will see a seller. You'll see someone to buy from. When you want to sell, you'll see someone to buy the stocks from you. So there are a lot of questions. Yes, there's that huge rally, but is it liquid enough for you to benefit from it? I've heard stories of someone who bought into the stock and hasn't found someone to buy it from them. It's
a penny stock, and so the risk is always there. And penny stocks are stocks that, low market cap, and it's more or less like
not as liquid.
You're gambling.
It's a gamble.
Because 1,600%, 646 or thereabouts, that is a gamble in any equities market. And so investors that gambled with this particular stock,
indeed,
it really turned out good.
Did it?
For a lot of them.
Did it? All right, we'll see about that. But it's been interesting. 8 stocks like that, and of course, strong financial results and strategic developments have driven their rallies. But we should always consider the broader market trends, valuation ratio, and potential risk when you're investing in these stocks. And of course, talk to a financial advisor. It's Market Pulse, and of course, we'll continue to provide you with all that data and all that insights that can guide your investment decisions. Right now, we are going on a break, and when we come back, hopefully we'll check out what's happening on the African markets.